In this genius video, you will learn about regular and diffused reflection. But before we begin our study of the different types of reflection, can you quickly tell me the two laws of reflection जो हमने इससे पहले पढ़ा था? Yeah, you're right. The two laws of reflection are: first, the angle of incidence equals to the angle of reflection. The incident ray, the normal at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie on the same plane. So now consider the following situation. Consider a smooth surface and imagine that a parallel beam of light falls on this surface. What can you tell me about the angle of incidence for all these rays? The angle of incidence for all these rays will be the same. Furthermore, the angle of reflection for all these rays will also be the same. Therefore, the parallel beam of light remains parallel even after reflection. अब suppose we have an observer standing here. This observer will be able to see the image of the object on the smooth surface. So this reflection is known as regular reflection. Regular reflection takes place when light is incident on smooth, polished and regular surface. Images are formed by regular reflection. Now, can you think of some examples of regular reflection? There are many, है ना? We can see the reflection of the bird in the water because of a regular reflection. We can see our image on this huge curved polished surface because of regular reflection. On the other hand, if we have a rough surface and a parallel beam of light falls on the surface, it is easy to see that क्योंकि after reflection the beam no longer remains parallel. अब आप पूछेंगे ऐसा क्यों? Why? But let us consider a single ray to understand this. This incident ray falls on a surface and this is the point of incidence. The normal to this surface is this, and therefore the angle of incidence is this and the angle of reflection is this. Now, since the surface is very irregular or rough, the normals at the different points of incidence are different. Therefore, the angle of reflection of each ray is different. Observe that the laws of reflection still hold true for a rough surface. But for a rough surface, the parallel beam of light will not remain parallel after reflection. This is because of the surface irregularities on the surface. So this type of reflection is called क्या? Diffused या फिर irregular reflection. Diffused or irregular reflection takes place when light is incident on a rough surface. अब क्या आप कुछ example सोच सकते हो of diffused reflection? है ना? Yes, बहुत सारे हैं, right? So we can see the diffused reflection of the buildings on the surface of moving water. We can see the diffused reflection on a crumpled piece of aluminum foil. Now that you understand regular and diffused reflection, try answering this question. The moon reflects the sunlight that falls on it. This reflection would be an example of A. Regular reflection or B. Diffused reflection. Now, the surface of the moon, as you can see, is rough. वहाँ पे हैं बहुत सारी surface irregularities. Therefore, the reflection from the surface of the moon will be diffused. So therefore, option B है हमारा correct answer. And now that you are equipped with the knowledge of regular and diffused reflections, try looking at the various reflections around you to see if they are regular or diffused. Genius से पढ़ो, genius बनो.